Oh, my dear brother, thank you. Thank you for this message. For everybody who watches this back, let's have a heart to heart, an honest, unbiased opinion and perspective about exactly what is happening. He's responding to something that Taraji P Henson had said, basically stating that men don't really protect women and that homosexual men are more or less the ones responsible for ensuring that they are safe. I'm gonna let him get his bars off and we're gonna talk about it.
Straight black men are the weakest link. Nah, we're just the last ones you can still publicly disrespect without consequence. Let's be honest, you're not offering critique, you're auditioning for approval. Let's call it what it is. It's a psychological remix of the slave master's worldview. Translation, your worth is only validated through our leadership. That's not community. That's codependency wrapped in academic vocabulary. I see it. Nobody says black women only rise with straight men's help. Nobody dares say queer folk need hetero guidance to evolve. All of that would be flagged as toxic. But when the target is straight black men, suddenly it's just holding them accountable. No, what you're doing is flexing power over the one group society has already dehumanized, and you're calling it progress instead. If straight black men were so weak, so useless, so insignificant, why do so many systems, platforms, and movements focus on silencing us? Answer, because we're not weak, we're independent. And that's what scares people who've built their influence by narrating other people's stories. We don't need your permission to speak. We don't need your worldview to divine our worth. We rise because we carry what most can't. Most people can't even recognize or see the unseen pressure, the generational trauma, and the inherited responsibility with no applause or respect. We protect the same people who call us disposable, and when we finally speak, we're called problematic. And yet, we still show up, still build, and still endure. That ain't weakness. That's discipline. That's dignity. That's divine resilience. These inclusive spaces don't want empowered straight black men. They want manageable mascots, silent, soft, and stripped of fire. They want us loud enough to defend them, but quiet enough to never call them out.
My man cooking, and I want to say, in all reality, on both sides of it, because this isn't a man versus woman thing to me. It never was. This is a us versus them problem. That's really what this stemmed down to. Before you jump on his case or you get offended about the statements or you kind of override what's being said to speak on personal experiences, try to put yourself in the shoes of the other person first. I know it's just easy to come from a broken place, a position that only you can relate to because it fits your narrative and it makes it easier to cope with settling in the environment that has been designed for you. But let's be completely clear here. Everything that he's speaking on is propaganda. It was a well thought out blueprint laid at their feet to get us right where we are as we speak. Taraji P Henson saying what she said might have been misunderstood, but if what you actually meant was what you said, I already know that you, just like a large number of adults out here, you took a narrative ran with and adopted it to be the 100% absolute truth. When you know, and I know, if we scrolled on these apps, we will see plenty of men in general coming to the aid of women, dying for women. Unless you need verifiable audio and visual proof to continuously be put in your face to silence that clamoring hive mind that's always there, then I'm not really trying to hear that.
Present enough to carry the burden, but invisible when credit is handed out. Loyal enough to support, but disposable the second we assert ourselves. It's not community. That's a caste system with rainbow flags and hashtags. Being queer or feminist doesn't make you righteous by default. You still have to speak truth. You still have to honor facts, and you still have to check your ego. You don't get to mock straight black men with sweeping generalizations, then cry oppression when we clap back with receipts. Respect isn't a one-way mirror. You don't get to dish it out and hide behind your identity when it's time to take it. Y'all not mad at our weakness. You mad at our independence. And y'all don't know what to do with someone like that. Somebody you can't guilt, you can't cancel, or you can't convert into your cult. Straight black men.
Talk your shit, sir. This is all about dehumanizing and emasculating men so that these women that are trying to become the very thing that they feel disgusted at can frolic freely as possible without any layers, boundaries, or lines being drawn. You basically want to be whores. You want to be masculine. You want to dress like men. You want to act like them. Because you are disappointed in the fact that you never learned how to be soft yourself. Then you're angry about it, resentful about it. And you let social media and these idiotic people tell you that what is happening to you is oppression, when the ones that's really doing all of it sign off on the checks, cut your lights on and off, and sit around these tables in these offices and in these buildings, plotting and planning on what they're going to do next to get you pissed off at the next person, and how they're going to get you to transfer all of this diluted information onto the next generation. Period. That's why they utilize these gay men and these gay women. That's why they play on it. That's why they promote it. That's why they advocate for it. So that the nuclear household is gone. So that your understanding of what love looks like is completely disrupted by chaos and confusion, ushering in demonic spirits left and right to corrupt every single thing that is supposed to be yours, all so that they can extract it and harness it for their own benefits and purposes. This was never about whether or not men protect women or vice versa. This is about them trying to destroy us from the inside out. Because you know damn well you bash men that don't protect them, especially black men. And if you really say you do, then why don't we hear enough of it? Just my 2 cents, though. Y'all let me know in the comments. Do you agree with her statement? Do you disagree? What's your position? I would love to hear it. Love to hear it. Love to hear it.